Hello, my name is Jennifer Porter. I'm working with the researchers in the viticulture department at the Prosser Irrigated Agriculture Research and Extension Center. We are working on various projects studying nutrient deficiencies, irrigation deficiencies, or a combination of the two in wine grapevines and how they impact growth under heat or cold stress. The project that I'm working on the most is looking at vines under differing nitrogen concentrations for irrigation water to see if it can be used to control vine vigor or growth. Can vigor be controlled through nitrogen stress if drought stress can't be limited is the question that we are trying to answer. 5 different nitrogen concentrations are being tested to see which, if any, controls vigor without affecting the production of grape clusters. We are testing these concentrations outside or in ambient temperature conditions or in an enclosure or high temperature conditions. Vines reached bud break around the 10-day mark, but we didn't see uptake of nitrogen until around the 20-day mark. We saw this when we tested the collected nitrogen irrigation water, and a decrease in nitrogen appeared compared to our irrigation water control. Nitrogen is important for the production of chlorophyll. We are able to see this visually in both temperature conditions by the color of the leaves, with the low nitrogen treatment being much lighter than the high nitrogen treatment. We were also able to see this, to measure this with a chlorophyll concentration meter that we took measurements with as the plants grow and the leaves are available for testing. We use the data that we collected from measuring the average chlorophyll concentration of each nitrogen treatment shown here that supports each treatment's level of chlorophyll. And then there is about the same level of chlorophyll in both the ambient and high temperature treatments. We control the irrigation of the vine by mixing each concentration solution into a bucket full of water. When we started the experiment, the plants were small and had not reached bud break yet and only watered each vine 1 liter twice a week. As the season has progressed, we are watering up to 3 liters twice a week in the afternoon. The goal is to always have water in the collection containers for sample testing. Samples of irrigation water are collected the following morning. Each container is weighed and compared to the amount given to determine how much water was used by the vine. The amount collected varies by the concentration of nitrogen and how much the plant needs. Low concentration treatments typically take up more water than high concentration treatments. Vines under ambient conditions take up less than the high temperature treatment. This is due to, as the temperatures rise, the vapor pressure deficit increases and causes the plant to draw more water from their roots. We are also seeing that high temperature treatment vines are growing more slowly than those outside in the ambient temperature treatment. Nitrogen testing is done for each water sample and measured against the irrigation water to see how much nitrogen was taken up by the plant. Conductivity testing is done to measure overall nutrient uptake with a focus on making sure that the water is not too salty for the plant. So far, we are seeing that nitrogen can control vine vigor, but it is too early to see if this will affect grape cluster quality. And I would like to thank the Ag Aid Institute for sponsoring part of my internship, and especially to Jordan and Paula for their guidance. And thank you to the viticulture research team here, especially Dr. Keller and Tom Grunfeld for their learning experience. Thank you. Any questions?